Do you need water?
I think you're enough for birthday.
Make sure.
Hey, right. When you're home,
Yeah.
really?
They're doing good. They're doing good. Oh, okay. Yeah. This looks nice. We were on the other side.
From a distance. Linda. Ron's wife. Ella. Ron? Yes. How are you? The girl. Joyce. Yeah. How are you? How are you? Long time no see. I know. Yes, that's true. My dad. Yeah, I did. I spoke to him earlier.
He's sitting in the back. Yeah.
A lot of times, in between humanity and religion.
Yeah, that's surely in
So
the
instead
black.
of your
That's Wanda in the red.
just makes it real personal.
And the kid said, boy, my computer complicated for reading there. On my gloves. I think that's funny because it's working this phone.
So that's
Oh, or at least a snare or something.
like a crab kind of
Sweet.
kids, married, everything. Oh, I always hear about you. Oh, okay. Yes.
Hi, Betty. No, you don't remember me. I'm Linda.
I can see it. Oh my God.
Good morning, everybody.
How you doing? We're gonna go like that.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to express my gratitude to everybody who's coming and who's watching at home to celebrate Reggie's life. There's going to be Tony, Renita, and Renisha who are going to say a poem. And then afterwards, anybody who has any memories of Reggie can speak also, but towards the end of the eulogy. So that's it.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break to feel not good enough. And it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction from my veins. Let me be empty on weightless, and maybe I'll find some peace tonight. Fly away from here in this dark, cold hotel room, and the air from the wreckage on your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the air, some comfort here. So tired of these stretchers and thieves at your back. The storm keeps on twisting. Ooh, keep building all the lies that you make. Escaping one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet madness, all this glory. In the arms of the angels, fly away from here. In the endlessness that you feel, you are pulled from the wreckage in your silent reverie. Angels, may you find some comfort here.
If I should die before the rest of you, in a Sunday voice, but be the usual self that I have known. Weep if you must, parting is hell, but life goes on, so sing as well. So if y'all know, so he's just like, hey, I don't want nothing, do what you gotta do, but keep going on, because life goes on, you know what I mean? So, thought that was kind of fitting. She made me read this, Reggie was, so.
I cannot say, he has wandered into an unknown land and left us here feeling how very fair it's needed, but since he lingers there. We'll always remember you, Dad, because there'll never be another one to replace you in our hearts. And the love we will always have for you.
This home is called His Journey's Just Begun. Don't think of him as gone away. His journey just begun. Life holds so many facets. This earth is only one. Just think of him as raised in years. Think how he must be wishing that we could know today how nothing but our sadness can really pass away. And think of him as living in the hearts of those he touched, serious at the same time. He taught me how to cut noodles, not smack. He was taking me to all the Star Wars movies when I was.
Anybody would like to share a memory you had with Reggie? Can you see now?
Reggie was a fun friend. I get a little bit emotional, sorry, you've got a Parkinson's. Hope I can get through this. You said that Reggie didn't want nothing? That's not true. I'd get that phone call. And I would have to go through beans, no cucumber. Definitely no peas. A whole new way of cooking with Reggie. We'd be eating meat, schnitzel every year because my wife is Austrian, Ayla's Austrian. I lived in Austria for many years. No, Reggie wasn't going to touch. He's a good friend, but I'm going to miss him. You stand down, brother. I'll watch his stuff. We'll take over.
Well, my name's Albert Clifford. Reggie was my uncle. I can remember many points in my life where I didn't know what I was going to do. And somehow Reggie, somehow he would always appear. You know, I wouldn't call, I don't know. We talked fairly irregularly, but it seemed like all the time. I think I talked to Reggie at least once a month. We'd offer, because never in my life have I met anybody with more confidence than my Uncle Reggie. You know, he thought he could do anything. And when he seized upon an idea, he would be, you know, and I'm grateful for that I got to spend that time with Reggie. And, I'm gonna miss him.
So I hope I can get through this without crying, but like our cousin said, Reggie was a really good uncle. Stories about you, Tony, and bringing you and Renisha, and that's one of the things I'm gonna miss the most about him. His funny stories, his smile, and his laugh. Yeah, his laugh. He had a great laugh. We went to visit him in the hospital just for like a little bit, but he like made a muscle, said he was fighting. And you know, and he was. He had a fighting spirit. So his spirit. I just want to say that I too am gonna miss my uncle. He was great. He had a lot of stories, a lot of advice. But he always had a nice smile. I'm gonna miss me. And we'd always try to change it up. I always wanted to make sure that it was the best salad that he had. So we're really gonna miss him. My daughter's got a chance to hang out with him. They love him too. One of them. And we all feel that way.
Guy, I guess. True story I actually told her. We were actually at the hospital. One of the times that I came up, and we were talking, and I don't know, he wound out of the room. And we stayed and talked for a minute. And so he's like, "So how's it going? Sorry I didn't stand out attention when I got out of bed. I'm kind of strapped down here, you know, cracking jokes. Like, I'm fine." I'm like, "Dang." I'm like, "Well, if you fine, then we doing excellent." You know what I mean? Right? Because his mentality was that there's nothing that anybody could throw at him. We're sitting there talking. He was like, "Hey," and so when he spoke to me, like it's weird because with everybody's different. Right? We don't have conversations. Like he would actually be listening, you know, these times, you know, whatever. And it was really cool because it was kind of like a respect. Finally, I kind of got the respect, like, hey. So, literally, that same day, he's like, "Yep." He's like, "Okay, so I lied. I'm not doing so well, but I'm gonna keep fighting, right?" He's like, "Yeah, this thing is not gonna get me without a fight, right?" And I was like, "Well, I mean, we started bantering back and forth, you know, but it was actually super cool to see him actually in super, like, believe it or not, he was actually in some really good spirits when I was there, being who that was. So, another funny memory was my first tour to Afghanistan. Like, for some odd reason, this dude was like a war tactical expert. You gotta remember your army and the Marine, we move different, you know? He's like, yeah. But you gotta do this. When you hear this is what they're gonna do, blah, blah, blah. Right? And I'm like, okay. He's like, at the end of it, just come on. Right? And then actually, I was really nervous. I didn't show it to a lot of people. But I was really nervous about going on that first deployment out there, at least. And he told me, he's like, "Son, die, go to heaven. You win, right? Win-win situation." So that actually stuck with me for a long time, to where, like, when I've gone through like some really crappy situations, pretty much he's the last one. It's pretty dope. Pretty kick-ass dude, man.
I'm Pam. I'm Reggie's short little stories, and these are things that my mother used to, stories that she would tell about when Reggie was little. When we store around the corner, and this was in the 50s, so you could go to the dime store, and for a dime, you could buy all kinds of things, just all kinds of things at the time. But Reggie and I would go, and our friends would go, and the story my mother would tell about that is Reggie would have a nickel. He would go over to the dime store. He had that generous spirit, even as a little boy. And she loved to tell that story. And another story she would tell every 3 years. We were always moving. And so, everybody has a different way of dealing with that. So my mother would tell the story that when we would move to a new, be in the house, we would make friends, but it would take a minute, but not Reggie. The story my mother tells is we'd move into the new house. Before long, he knew all the kids in the neighborhood, and they knew him. But he just always had that, he was very gregarious. All of you know that about him. Is his spirit. Reggie was very resilient, extremely resilient. And he was you've all talked about, and so that will live on. We all have wonderful memories because of that. Discipline of a person Reggie was. And by discipline, I don't simply mean how he would keep his schedule. Anyone can do that. I'm talking about a much deeper, much harder to gain discipline. If something didn't sit well with Reggie, you were gonna know it. No hemming and hawing about it. And he would simply let you know where he stood without apologizing for any of it. We live in a society that many times we try to and try to fit in. Really, to the end. He would not eat green peas if his life depended on it. And his life later rather depended on it because his dad was a military man. To me, that is completely amazing because I would have never gotten away with this in my own home. And even though I think this seal of being true to himself, being his own person, may have hurt him sometimes in certain social situations, I believe that this is the kind of discipline that is hard to come by nowadays. And we also of course, underneath all the bravado, in one defined and sensitive soul. Not too long ago, I remember having a conversation with Reggie about something he saw on the news. And it was about kids somewhere in LA. And the effects it has on kids. And he talked about the challenges those kids will encounter getting themselves out of there. So, fast forward, when he was already at the hospital, sedated. And at one point he said, but how are we going to get the kids out of there? Drugs or no drugs, Reggie was already working on his next project. To our environment crisis, not to worry, he's on it. I think Reggie's going to make a lot of headway. He is right now. Reggie,
Oh Lord my God, when I in awesome wonder consider all the world's stars, I hear the rolling thunder, thy power throughout the universe displayed to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art, then sings my soul, how great thou art, how great thou art. When wonder and hear the birds sing sweetly through the trees, when I look down from love and feel the gentle breeze, then sings my soul, my Savior God, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great. And when I think I scarce can take it in, that on that cross my burden gladly bearing my sin, then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas fear and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that I first believed. Many dangers, toils, and snares I had, 'tis grace had brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved. I once was lost, but now I'm found, was blind, but now.
Thank you guys for coming afterwards. After this, East Loma to arrive up in Altadena. You guys can hear that again. Just someday I'll be standing in the sun.
This does conclude our service here. On behalf of the family, we want to thank everybody for being here today. Take care. Be safe.
Thank you.
God bless.
My granddaughter.
She's alright.
I
Yeah, she loves it too, guys. Even though it's she's not trying to lose her independence. Yeah, she's still driving. My father was like, man, we had you're getting ready to get in the service, tell you that. I'll wait you do? I gotta get mine. With that big old complex next to me, I was
I live in Maryland. In Maryland, by DC. Yeah, I flew out here last night. Thank you. Yeah, I just got married. It's so weird because I was talking to my granddaddy last month. So I was like, oh, he said he wasn't coming. Then all of a sudden,
Okay, thank you. Everybody. Good, how are you? He had been just up there by asking. They remember like I used to. used to know everything now.
No, that's a cute son.
Remember that house? I mean, Maringa.
Looking good.
I need